Hey everyone, this is Kyle with Western Power Sports and Gmax helmets. Today we're going to go over how to install the brake light onto your GM54, GM67, or your OF77 helmet. We'll start by showing you how the transmitter hooks into your motorcycle, sled, ATV, or UTV. So right here we have everything that you see that comes in the kit. We have your transmitter, and then here is the LED light that you will have to put into your helmet. Now, if you have the GM54, your helmet already comes with the light. However, that light will not pair to this transmitter. So you will have to exchange this light for the one that already comes in it, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit later. For this, you only have to have a pair of pliers as the only tools that will be needed for this. I did go ahead and save you guys a little bit of time in this video, so I went ahead and tore this bike apart to get to the taillight assembly. Once you've gotten to this part here, on your bike, it may look a little bit different. Today, we are using a Ducati Scrambler. All you need to get to is the main wires that go to your brake light assembly. You're looking for the positive and then also the ground wire. Now that I've gotten this brake light out and I can physically see the wires that I'm going to be using for this, here is the transmitter that comes in the kit. You will see that the yellow wire is your positive wire and your white is going to be your negative lead on this kit, which it says right on the back of your instruction manual here as you see it. So just remember, always remember that the yellow is going to be your positive. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, the only tool that you will need will be a pair of pliers. You can see here in the kit, it comes with 2 clamps. There will be no cutting, no splicing, or anything like that that you have to do on your bike. So this is physically a very easy install. The first thing that we'll get to, we'll go ahead and do the positive wire first. So you're going to take your clamp and you'll see that there's 2 spots for the wire to sit in here. There's 2 separate channels. You want to slide that channel into the metal part with the wire, close this down. Now here's where your pliers come into play. We'll close this down to make sure it pinches and seals it off nicely. So that was around the positive wire. Now we'll take the transmitter that came in our brake light kit, and remember from earlier, the yellow wire is the positive wire. So now we'll repeat that same process. Lay that wire in here, clamp this over, go ahead and get our pliers back out. You always want to check to make sure you got a positive clamp and that your wires aren't coming out. So now that the positive's done, we'll switch gears, take our other clamp that came in the kit, and go ahead and clamp this around the ground. Keep in mind, on our transmitter, the negative feed is going to be our white wire that we see right here. So we'll take the ground, repeat the same process, clamp that down, grab our pliers, and give it a nice squeeze here. Now that we have our wire, we don't have to, again, splice in anything, so we're going to take our negative lead from the transmitter, lay it in here as well, close the clamp, close that down, go ahead and once again, pinch our clamp shut with our pair of pliers, and we always want to make sure we have a solid connection, and our ground is in there. So now that we have both of these installed, we want to first test the transmitter before we put the tail light back on. So what we're going to do is turn power onto the bike, make sure our brake light comes on, and what you'll want to focus on is when you squeeze the brake, that the light on the transmitter lights up. As you can see, we have our power and our negative hooked up right, and we now have power to our transmitter that'll send the signal to the brake light on the helmet.